All right. So I ran mark pauses. I hand edited up this. So one thing, for example, is I added a little XXX interval at the end, so I didn't have this trailing silence. And then I XXX'd out the like the high thing.
Hi.
Also, one other way that you can sort of XXX out an interval. Remember, this used to be empty. I can also, if you look at boundary remove, I can remove with a whatever that thing is, Control Alt backspace. I always forget which thing. So I can also, you can see it's red because it's highlighted. So now that's another way. So all of this then becomes like a ignore me interval. Okay. So, but anyway, I've got this set. And now the next step is I want to automatically populate these, right, with what I got in here. So I already have what I want in there here. So suppose I wanted to populate these with my barcode labels, which are unique for each one of these intervals. Then what I can do is use this script, this meaning label from text file. So I can open that and I can double click on that here. That works for me, but you can also do open read from file and scripts. Here's label from text file. So what's this look like? Again, there's some commentary at the beginning. And this is a nice follow script, up script. So it's going to ignore the XXX intervals. And then here's the form part, this whole form thing, which is what the user gets to see. And yeah, so I need to first make sure that I've selected a long sound and a text grid together, and then I can run this. And if I hit run, then you can see it's looking for a file name that gives me what I should be sticking into those interval labels. I can also say which tier I want, and then I can also skip some of the intervals in the tier. And I'm going to, yeah, you can overwrite old labels. So what I need to do is create that text file. So what's that going to look like? Well, if I want that to be in the first interval and that in the second and so forth, then what I can do is create a text file with this. So what I'm going to do is select this column, and then Command C to copy it, or Control C. And then you're going to want to open up a text editor. For example, yeah, like Notepad or TextEdit. I'll show you TextEdit here. So TextEdit, I'm just going to say, oh, we'll make a new document. And then let's say now I do Command V. Uh-oh, see it saved, like, pasted it weird, right? So let me say I'm going to get rid of that. Delete. Let's try it again. Let's opening up TextEdit, file new. And what we're going to do is, unfortunately this is off screen, sorry, but I'm clicking on edit. No, I'm clicking on format, and I click on make plain text. So this is now a plain text file. And now if I do Command V to paste, or Control V if you have a PC, it is pasting it without any funny business, right? So now I can save this. So file, and then save, and then we could call this sjqt3 item.txt, which is a typical file for a text extension. And then we could save it on the desktop, and then I'm going to move it into the Chatino folder. So yeah, I'm going to do it this way, but you could use, Explorer, Finder, whatever. I'm using the terminal for this and moving it here. So if I look now, I could have also dragged it into Finder, but here it is, and you can see if I open it, that's what I have. Okay, all right. So now we've got one thing per line. One thing to be careful about is it will pay attention to white space. Like if I have a space there, it'll also have a space there. We don't want a space there, so you don't want to have like extra spaces in there and things like that. Okay. So yep, where is this? You can see again this file with my labels is in the parent directory of scripts. So that's why when I hit run here, I tell it go up one directory to the parent directory. Oops, sorry, it turned dark. And I do want it on the first tier. I only have one. And yeah, so if I view and edit right now, you'll see that they aren't yet populated. But if I zoom out a little bit, and then now if I run this, I'm going to hit Command R, and okay. Oops, it's not finding this. Okay, so let's see, what is the problem? If we go and look at Finder, SJQT3 item. Oh, I called it item, not items. All right, well, okay. I will delete the S and let's try again. Okay. All right, okay. Oh, hey, look. You can see it's populating. It looks pretty good.
Squaw.
Yeah. So one thing I do is I usually kind of spot check and make sure sometimes it gets one off because, you know, maybe I had an extra XXX or something.
Tá.
You can see already something bad happened. What happened here?
Se kya tá mirhai.
Aha! Okay, so you can see that here I missed an XXX. All right, so what I could do here is add the XXX, and and I think I could just run this again. And since I said overwrite, so if you saw this when I have the run, it says I'm going to overwrite, then it should fix it up. So let's hit OK. Oh, it's still looking for items because, yeah, I hard-coded stuff that you put here in the script, like in the actual text file, is hard-coded in. So, you know, every time I pop open the script and see the user form, whatever you had filled in here is what will show up as a default. So that's why it showed up again, because I only changed it in this window. So suppose I did want to change this, the default to just have no S. I could do that here. I'll save this version. And then if I run it, now you'll see that the default is item. Okay, so let's see what happens. I fixed the that interval, and we say overwrite. Okay. Much better.
Em que tá.
Good. I think we fixed it.
Uá. Quá. Uá.
Uh-oh. You can see here I was careless. Was I careless here? Let's see.
Uá. Uá.
I think that might be the ta burst. So you can see I missed fixing that on my last sort of fixing up stuff for marked pauses because I was being not super careful.
Tem. Uá.
Good.
Uá.
Uh-oh. I missed the fricative here. So you can see I did not do a very good job
Squá.
fixing up things for marked pauses. So now I'm catching them here. Okay. And then you can see we also have a problem. I seem to be missing something at the end. Am I missing something? Ah. Okay. So did I not include this last line in my text file? We can double check. Let's look at our text file, our text edit. Let's open text edit, open. Oh, it is there. So why didn't it go in? Because I didn't hit enter. it was expecting a new line character. That's what, when you hit enter, what it does. So now that I put that in, let me save this version. So I'm doing Command S or probably Control S on PC to save this again. So now I changed the label. So let's try running that script one more time. Okay, so here's the script. Since I hard-coded in now the no S version, if I run this with Command R or Control R for a PC, and then overwrite, let's see if it pops in now that I hit the enter after it. Oh, hey, there we go. All right, hopefully I didn't miss anything else. And so this is our final version.
Ta,
Or I notice another thing I missed.
ta, 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 ta,
I'm starting to wonder if there's.
ta, ta,
Yeah, I guess that's a cutoff verse.
ta.
Yeah. So, all right. So, suppose that's the version I'm happy with. Then I can go ahead to File, save text grid as text file, and save, and it'll overwrite it or not. Wait, let's try that again. Save text grid as text file. Oh, I see. I accidentally saved it under scripts. I want to save it under Chatino demo. Save, exist, replace, mine. All right. So that's, now it's nice we can, we can search in here. Like suppose I wanted to look for will give. So I could go to find, and I'm in this tier. I'll will give, and look, I find it. So now I can get to these intervals. So that's helpful. And in the final step, what if we want to save these as individual sound files? That's going to be the next and final little tutorial video.